दंडोत बंदन अनेक बार, सर्व कला समरथ, डोलन तेरा खो प्रभु, नानक तेरे कर हथ। ज्ञान ध्यान किस कर्म न जाना, सार न जाना तेरी, सबसे वड्डा सतगुर नानक। जिन कल राखी मेरी, ज्ञान ध्यान किस कर्म न जाना, सार न जाना तेरी, सबसे वड्डा सतगुर नानक। जिन कल राखी मेरी। गुरु प्यारी गुरु सौरी साध संगत जी, today is a blessed with today's Sadh Sangat with the grace of Dhan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. They have allowed for this smagam, this hazri to take place. And before the anamta of this katha, please join me in the blessed Fateh of Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. आखो जी वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह। साध संगत जी, today we will together contemplate what is it that we obtain when we come to the sanctuary of the Guru. Now, Sangat Ji, let us understand that this word Guru, we hear it often even in this Western society, and when we think of this word, we think of usually a teacher, a guide, a Guru. To get more specific, the word Guru means darkness, the word Ru means light, and the Guru is the one that takes you from darkness to light. Now, Sangat Ji, that could be in whatever field, in whatever way that Guru is there for. It may be a Guru of mathematics. It may be a Guru that teaches you martial arts. It may be a Guru that teaches you music. But now, Sangat Ji, when we add the word Sat in front of it, it changes the meaning profoundly. Sat Guru. The word Sat means true. The true Guru, Sadh Sangat Ji, the Sat Guru. Now, what is the difference between any other Guru and the Sat Guru? Dhan Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj within Gurbani, they tell us the nishani, they tell us who is a Sat Guru. सत पुरख जिन जानिया, सतगुर तिसका नाम। Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they tell us that being that knows Satpurkh, the true being, the primal being, Waheguru, God, the being that has recognized Waheguru, that has understood God, that is the Satguru. Tiska Sang Sikh Udre, Guru Arjan Dev Ji continues, in the sanctuary of Satguru, the disciples become liberated, obtain liberation, mukti. Now, Sangat Ji, there's a beautiful shabd in Gurbani, in which the Guru talks about what happens when one comes to the sanctuary of the Guru, like you all have come today. Maharaj says, Satgur ayo sharan tuhari, Mile sukh naam har shobha, chinta lahu hamari. My brothers and sisters, the Guru says, Satguru ayo sharan tohari. I have come to the sanctuary of the Satguru. And what happens? Mila sukh naam har shobha. Now this word naam, you might have heard it a lot of times, Sangati. What is naam? It often translates to name. And in a previous Katha we talked about this, Sangataji. Naam is something very profound. We recite Guru Mantra, we recite the word Naam, the word of the name, so we can obtain the Naam that is beyond words. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj in their Bani, they say, Naam ke tare sagale jant, Naam ke tare khand brahmand. The Guru says every single being that you see is on the support of Naam. All these planets, the galaxies, the universe, Sangati, the Guru says that it is all on the support of Naam, and now we begin to understand that Naam is something way more profound than just a word. So now coming back, the Guru says, I have come to the sanctuary of the Satguru, the true Guru, and from this sanctuary I will obtain Naam. Now, my brothers and sisters, you can go to any individual. They can give you everything, but they cannot give you Naam. Naam is the one thing, Sangataji, that is only obtained when we come to the sanctuary of the Guru. When the Guru bestows their teaching and we do Simran, ask for Gurmat, we reach this heightened states in which we achieve that Naam that is beyond words. Now alongside this Naam, what else is obtained? They said, Mila Sukh. Sangati Sukh. Everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to be at peace, in pleasure. Now Sangataji, we might be thinking, well, can I not feel pleasure and peace outside, beyond the Guru's sanctuary? Yes, absolutely you can. But contemplate for a moment. Did that peace, did that happiness ever last? If we look at some examples, maybe you went on vacation and you were really enjoying your time there, but Sangataji, after the very last day when you had to come back, were you as happy as you were during that trip? A lot of people would say no. Maybe you're eating one of your most favorite dishes. You may be enjoying that food so much, but after that very last bite, that happiness is now gone. And these were just a few examples. This, in fact, relates, this generalizes to everything around you. There's not a single bit of happiness that will actually last with you. Those that drink alcohol, they'll feel good in the moment, but they'll be hungover in the morning. Those who smoke, they'll feel very good when they get that high, but they'll feel terrible when they crash. Now the Guru, the bliss, the peace they're talking about here is a bliss and a peace that remains with you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Is there such a state that can be achieved? And this is exactly what the Guru is telling us, Sasangati. We see in our histories, our Guru, Sasangati, even in the midst of battle, Sangataji, when the Gurus went to battle, Tantar Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, our sixth Guru, their face is described to be in a state of such peace. Even when they're in the midst of fighting enemies, they're surrounded by thousands of opponents, there's a bliss, there's a peace on their face. Now, Sat Sangati, how is that possible? It is non-Sat Sangati. Now, the Guru says in the same shabd, Mila Sukh Naam Har Shobha Chinta Lahe Hamari. My brothers and sisters, everybody wants to earn respect in this world. Now again, we might be thinking, because remember, we were talking about what happens when we come to the sanctuary of the Guru. The Guru says individuals obtain respect, honor in this world. One might think, can we not obtain respect and honor outside of the Guru's sanctuary? Absolutely, Sangati. When you look at all of these singers out there, what are they talking about in their songs? They're usually promoting lust, violence, drugs, and things of these sort. But look at how much praise they're getting. This is because those very people that are praising them are lost. We live in Kaljug. This is the dark age. The Guru says, Anajanat Bhikhya Karache, Je Janat Apan Apache. People don't realize that they're engaging with poison. If there was something in a bottle, Sangataji, and you knew that if you drink from that bottle, you would be terribly diseased, would you ever drink out of that bottle? And a lot of normal people would say no. But now, in that same bottle, there's been a very sweet flavor added to it, and people drink jugs upon jugs of this every single day, not knowing what it's doing to them. In the same way, the individuals, the beings who praise all these great celebrities that are doing nothing but just adding the elements of suffering into your life, they don't understand the poison they're engaging in. So yes, Sangati, you can put on a video today. If you're doing something of that sort, you might get famous. You might earn respect in this world because it is the dark age. But as soon as you leave this world, because Sangati, there's not a single human that will not remain, their account will be brought in front of them. What they have planted in this world, they will have to reap the fruit in the next Sat Sangati. Now, when you come to the Guru sanctuary, Har Shobha, you earn respect to Sat Sangati. What happens when someone begins to read Japi Sahib in the morning? What does the parents say? They say, Shabash Putra. Maybe you went and visited your relatives outside. What are they going to say? Putra bada siyana hai, unke bani padda hai, simran karda hai. You begin to earn respect. But Sat Sangati, not only in this world, when the account is taken in the world hereafter, you earn honor, respect in the sanctuary of that primal being. Chinta lahe hamari, Sangati, who isn't stressed nowadays? Think about that time when you finished all your exams, took care of all your obligations, and you knew you had the next 4 days off. What does that feeling feel like? You feel light, at ease, beyond anxiety. Now, is there a way to feel like that all the time? And this is absolutely what the Guru is offering us. Again, the thought comes to mind, can it not be anxiety-free outside of the Guru's sanctuary? Yes, you can, but will that last? And like we mentioned with the previous examples, time and time again we recognize, Sangati, that none of those things will last. It is through Naam that we find that everlasting bliss, that everlasting peace within our lives, Sat Sangati. Now, my brothers and sisters, when we begin to walk this path, a lot of us have forgotten where we have come from. In this modern society today, Sangati, Everybody seeks pleasure outwards. We had just contemplated, every time you engaged in a pleasure, has it ever lasted? And we've come to the conclusion that it has in fact not lasted. We do not hesitate to put in a 3-hour movie. Even if that movie will do absolutely nothing for us. All it will do is give us some dopamine. We'll feel good. But after it's finished, you're back to normal Sangati. In fact, you're left in a state worse. And what begins to happen is we begin to rely on those external things for our natural state of peace. And now we get stuck in this cycle of suffering and peace over and over again. And Sangataji, we do not know the way out. Why we find it so easy to put on a movie than to sit down and do Simran Sangati is because that movie offers instant pleasure. All you have to do is press play and you're going to begin to feel that pleasure. Now when you sit down to do Simran Sangati, there is no button that's going to allow that pleasure to come. You have to commit yourself to this. And that is exactly what the Guru says within the next lines. Avarana sujja duji thahar har paryo dwari. The Guru says, now that I have fallen in the feet of the Guru, of the Satguru, I don't know anything of anyone else. Now my brothers and sisters, when you get offered everything from one Guru, why should we go seeking anywhere else? It is only if we recognize the value of the Qeemat, only then Sasangati would be continue to stay in the sanctuary. This is a commitment, Sasangati. A lot of us have gone to school, we finished grade 12, some of us are still going there. Did you feel good every day? Every single day, did you wake up with a smile on your face, I'm ready to go write 4 finals? Maybe the opposite, but why did you complete it? Why did you finish? There was a reason. You were looking at the greater picture. What am I going to obtain from this in the long run? And why do we not apply this thinking, Sangataji, when it comes to dharma? When it comes to the spiritual path of truth? I have talked to individuals, my brothers and sisters, they'll do Simran for 1 month and they'll tell me God has not replied. I have not been answered. Well, was God waiting just for you to start doing Simran for 1 month so He can come and give you a pat on the back? What about that individual who's waking up at 3 a.m., doing 2 hours of Simran, then comes to the Gurdwara, does Seva of the Guru? Sangataji, what about that individual? What about the Gursikhs? All they had to do was convert to Islam. And they could have gotten hundreds of wives. They could have become kings. But they chose to be cut piece by piece, Sangati. They chose to get their scalp removed instead of even a single hair being touched on their body. They chose to get boiled alive. Sangataji, they chose to get wrapped in cotton and burnt. How does us sitting down for 10 minutes to do Simran, why do we expect anything from this? How does our life even compare to those individuals? We make so many excuses, Sangati. We will say we don't have time. If you had 5 finals the next morning, and let's say it was your mother's birthday on the same day, will you not make time? Let's say there was every minute of your day was occupied with something to do. Every minute, every hour, there was an obligation you needed to complete. But let's say a funeral came up for a loved one. Are you not going to make time? And now what we begin to understand, Satsangati, is we will make time for the things we see are important in our life. We do make time for these things. The truth, the reality is, my brothers and sisters, that a lot of us may not want to accept is we have not understood the importance of Simran. We have not understood the importance of reading Gurbani, which is why these childish reasons will come up over and over again. Satsangati, if we may come back to the Pankti, the Shabd we were doing Vichara. The Guru talks about the merciful nature of the Guru, of the Satguru. They say, Lekha chod, alekha chutta, ham nirguna leho gubari. Again, we talk about what is that Satguru. And Satsangati, Guru Parmeshwar Eko Jaan, the Guru and Waheguru are one. The Guru is not some philosopher that decided to write down what he was thinking one day. Torki Bani Ai, and a Sagari Chint Mitai. This Gurbani that you bow down to every day, indeed there's a reason for it. Have you ever bowed down to a math textbook? Did you ever bow down to your biology notes? All those things, they came from this mind. This Gurbani has come from Akal Purkh. This Bani has come from Waheguru. And when we say these things, a lot of us might want to take it as blind faith. That, oh yes, we should definitely accept, yeah, this Bani has come from Waheguru. No, my brothers and sisters, no one's telling you to believe in something that you don't know to be true. Any Gursikh who was blessed enough to read this Gurbani, they themselves recognize how this Bani has come from Waheguru. Sangataji, the Guru, hundreds of years ago, they wrote down the absolute truths that these modern philosophers, physicists, are still trying to grasp. Science is based on external study. They will believe what they can see with their eyes. And from this, they've come to understand about the planets, the galaxies, the universes. Look at all the technology they have. All these telescopes, these advanced machines, advanced calculations they can do. Now, think, hundreds of years ago, what telescope existed? What machine was out there? What complicated calculation could be done? And yet, the Guru wrote down everything in complete detail, the planets, the galaxies, the universes. In fact, not too long ago, I heard about this theory that the physicists came forth with, Sangataji. If I'm not wrong, it was something similar to the bubble theory. And when I heard about this theory, Sangataji, it reminded me instantly of a line by Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, in which they have explained the exact same thing. Jaise jate budh buddha, upja din se need taisa, e sansar cheo jaan eo rahe meet. Guru says, just like a bubble on top of water comes up and simply goes away. In the same sense, this entire universe is created and destroyed. And suddenly tell me, what telescope was Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji using? Those beings who were united with the absolute root of everything, there is no knowledge that is not available to them. The Guru was one with the Waheguru. There is no knowledge that was not available to them. They explained everything. I've given you just one example. If there was a Gurmukh who actually read Gurbani, they would understand so many profound examples. And here's something amazing. Explaining this is not even the greatest thing the Guru gave us. They gave us things that are so far beyond Sangat Ji. And now, let us answer this question. Is the Guru going to give us the absolute truths that these modern physicists are talking about and then decide to write something that is false? Do you think this is the case? And we would naturally think, no, Sangat Ji. But when the Guru starts saying things like, your account will be taken when we leave this world. When the Guru starts saying things like, you have been stuck in the cycle of reincarnation. You have been on this planet multiple times trying to receive liberation. We start taking it as fantasy. Where has this come from, Sangat? Where is this doubt coming from? It's because, Sangat Ji, we have accepted the student as the teacher, and we've forgotten the actual teacher. We're taking the advice of the third graders. We forgot about the one with the 6 PhDs. So Sangat Ji, this Gurbani has come from Waheguru. It is such a profound gift that has been given to us. And what a shame it might be that we never connected to it. Satsang Ji, what can be worse? There's nothing in my mind personally that comes. If there's something comes to your mind, please let me know. What can be worse than living this life without connecting to the very Gurbani that has come from Waheguru? And we have just proved it in front of you. And Sangat Ji, on this path, remember there's absolutely no downfalls. Everything that's going to happen is going to elevate you. But why do we hesitate? We have forgotten who we are. My brothers and sisters, I was talking to an individual today. They were telling me that the new year is here. We're still quite early into the new year. And within this new year, we all hold goals, aspirations, things we want to do. People want to get stronger, they want to hit the gym. People want to have a good diet. People want to get better grades, earn more money. Now, Sangat Ji, let us make one more goal. Let us add one more thing to that list. What is this goal? Let us write on that list that within this next year and the upcoming years of my life, let me please the Guru that sat on a burning hot plate with burning hot sand being poured on top of them because they were speaking the truth. Let me be pleasing to that Guru who gave their head to save entire faith. Satsang Ji, let me be pleasing to the Guru in whom sanctuary countless Gurmukhs gave their lives, shed blood for me and you to be sitting here today. We cut our hair for some girl. How do you compare to the one who got his scalp removed and didn't let someone even put a finger on his hair? We are saintly warriors. The Guru made us into kings and queens. And the reason we became kings and queens is because this Gurbani elevated us to points that nobody else could elevate us to. So Sangat Ji, let us make this goal, let us make this aspiration to connect to the Guru that has given you everything. So you have all listened with much love, with much patience. Sarbat Sangat ne badi hi prem ki ekagrata na shravan kita. सारे का बहुत धन्यवाद जिहड़े माँ पे अपने बच्चे नाल इत्थे पहुंचे आ। संगत जी मैं तुहाडा धन्नवाद करदा, क्योंकि जो बच्चे वड्डे आ ते उन्हां दे अपने आप को गड्डियां हैगियां जे ओह ना आउण वक्खरी गल, पर जो वो नहीं वो समर्थ हैगे ते फर्ज तां माँ पे दा ही हुंदा है, गुरु दी संगत च लैके आउंदा। सो आप जी का धन्नवाद जिहड़े लैके आए। तुसीं होर भी साध संगत जी हरेक महीने कोशिश करनी ये समागम होण, आप जी होर प्रचार करो, होरां नूं दस्सिओ। I thank my brothers and sisters who took their time to come today. संगत जी बिन भागा सत संगत ना लभै। The Guru says without great destiny, great fortune, one cannot find the sat sangat. The sangat is company. We have many company in our lives. We have the company of our friends, our colleagues, but the sat sangat, the true sangat, is that company that will teach you how to break away from your bondages, that will teach you how to become free of your suffering, that will teach you how to get liberated in this world and the next. Satsangji, and that is the sanctuary in this Kaljug of Tan Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. So Satsangji, thank my brothers and sisters again for taking their time. Spread the word. I know a lot of us think we're too cool to tell our friends to come to the Gurdwara, but there's no one cooler that tells people to come to the Gurdwara. There's no one cooler that tells their friends to come to Simran, to come to Kirtan together. There's a channel on YouTube, it's called Light Channel, first in English and then in Punjabi. You can find this on Instagram as well. These smagams have been started for you. We're not expecting the Christian youth to come sit here or the Chinese to come here. This has been started for you, so take benefit from it. So Satsangji, please forgive all mistakes. Bhulan chukan di khima. आओ हुण अगला प्रोग्राम श्रवण करिए जी। वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह।